Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who wanted to know about their career and also about their talents and gifts. So this person had specific questions which we're definitely going to answer. And I just wanted to say, if you happen to stumble across this reading and it's not your personal reading, then stay tuned. Maybe there's some information that will come out for you as well. And if you're interested in purchasing a personal reading, go to promiseharmony.com/services and you can book a reading there. And check out my info below. You can go ahead and click on the link to go straight to that page. So let's get started. This person graduated with a degree in graphic design about a year ago, and they're just kind of stuck at this point. They're like, what do I do? They've got their portfolio going, but they're not quite sure how to actually break out into that industry. And they're wondering, what should I do? How should I make money? How can I move forward? And this is a really good question. I actually have a lot of experience with this personally. I'm already feeling messages coming from the angels for you. And I'm really feeling like it's a time for action, This person also says that they feel like they're behind. They're 25 and they just feel like they're not where they should be when it comes to their career and everything. And a message is coming through about that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And, 25 was my scary age too. I'm actually 28 now, but 25, and honestly, age is just a number. I'm such an old soul. I feel a lot older than I really am, but sometimes I also feel younger than I am. So you just got to realize that your spirit is limitless. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. A lot of people who are artists and healers and clairvoyants tend to be late bloomers because this path is not a traditional path. And society tells us, we graduate high school, we go to college for 4 years, 6 years, and then we get a job, and then, we have a house, and then we get the car, and then we get the white picket fence and the kids and all this stuff. But, there really is no timeline, and everybody has a different life. Everyone walks a different path. And, I feel like it's possible that your parents or someone is supporting you, and you're very lucky if that's the case. Take advantage of that and take it slow. Don't rush yourself. I often tell people that I had to freelance for 10 years as a fashion stylist before I actually started making money. But when I started making money, it was good money. It was a lot of money. And, my day rate ended up being as much as I was making in a month at my day job. And so I'm not saying you're going to have to freelance for 10 years. Don't freak out or anything. But you're definitely going to have to put your dues in. And I definitely have some ideas for you. I have friends who are successful graphic designers. I've worked with graphic designers. And so, I have some tips that I know from actual people who've done this. And also, of course, messages from the angels and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get into this. It's so funny. These two cards that I'm already seeing are just so funny for your situation. Wow. We have a lot of reversals. So when I see all reversals, it makes me think of delays. So, right now you feel like you're kind of on a pause, like in a delay. This is the empowerment card, but it's reversed. For you to move forward, you're going to have to empower yourself. You have these fears that you're not going to measure up, that you're not going to be good enough, that you're never going to be able to make money, that you're just going to have to get some job and just melt away instead of being an artist. And they're telling you to empower yourself, to trust in the fact that you're an artist, to trust in your gifts, to trust in these talents. To be honest, I don't really feel like I need to tell you your gifts and talents. You know what they are. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards anyways. But, you are very gifted at drawing and creating and visual arts and colors. And I wonder if the aura reading card is going to come out of this deck for you, because I see a gift where you're very gifted with colors. And not only that, but you're very gifted with people. You're good at working in a team of people, and you're really good at following through. Like, you finish your projects. So this isn't a matter of you procrastinating or not following through. I think you have the willingness and the diligence to do the job, and you're a hard worker, but it has to do with your empowerment. And I always tell people, as within, so without. As below, so above. So what's going on inside of you and inside of your heart, that is going to mirror in your outer reality and create your world. So if you don't believe you're good enough, if you don't believe you're ready, if you feel like you're stuck, then that's what you're going to see. So what you need to work on first is inside of yourself. And this has to do with your habits and your daily routine and how you're experiencing this life. You know, you probably get up and just like go on the internet and probably, I just see you kind of not like wasting time. I don't want to say that because this is all part of your experience, and nothing you do is ever a waste of time. It's all part of your learning experience. But I do see a lot of time just kind of wasted, just, ways that you pass time, habits and addictions. And you really need to get up. And this is something I've been telling everybody on the channel lately. Get up, and in the morning, start with your gratitude. Start with being thankful for where you're at. Be thankful that you got to go to school and that you graduated and that you completed that. Celebrate your success, because I feel like you need to realize that you're already successful. You've already made it through that rigorous program, and you worked hard, and you have your portfolio. So like you're right where you're supposed to be, and 25 is young. And there's really this new way that you need to see yourself. And so I would suggest maybe take yourself out, or go out with a trusted friend, not a friend that's going to put you down and be all depressed and talk shit and gossip with you. Go out with a friend who you can really like just have fun with, or even just take yourself out and go buy yourself a coffee or get yourself a drink or something and celebrate how far you've already come. Another message for you is your environment. They're saying you need to get rid of stuff in your environment, like old clothes, old things. Like it's like not like you're a hoarder, but I'm seeing like there's stuff you need to get rid of to make space for the new. So I would rearrange the furniture in your room. I would brighten things up, get some new curtains, or bring some color or some plants into your room, and make a nice workspace for yourself if you haven't already, or give your little workspace like a makeover. And kind of do some nesting and get ready to do some hard work here, because there's a lot of messages coming through. There's a lot of work you got to do, but you can handle it. The hard work has never been a problem for you. It's just kind of empowering yourself and using your intuition and like being open to opportunities. So empowering yourself is all about being open to opportunities, because if you don't feel like you're good enough, the opportunities aren't going to come. As soon as you feel like you're ready, the opportunities will come. As a fashion stylist, I freelanced for years and years and years, like I mentioned, and I got my first job the day I was ready. As soon as I felt like I wasn't nervous anymore about shooting with people, and as soon as I started to really feel like I was getting my bearings, like I was really on a roll and having fun, and there came this point where like I showed up, like I had this routine, like I knew what to do. I had a strong portfolio, and then bam, I landed this huge job and I was ready for it. So this is about you preparing, this is something we do when we manifest, is you start creating situations that are similar to what you want to manifest. So what you need to do is you need to start collaborating with other artists, finding ways to start offering your services to people for free. Even though that's frustrating and takes a lot of your time and you need to make money, you need more stuff in your portfolio, and you need more connections, and you need to get your name out there. So yes, you're going to have to do more free work and not worry about the money. Just have fun, enjoy the experience, and then you'll be able to flow into making money. And I'll explain more how to do that later. This is the Tower. This situation is kind of, you feel like the universe is kind of just left you behind or something. You kind of feel like what I'm getting is that there's no opportunities coming in, and you keep waiting for something to happen. And what you don't realize is that you have to be the one to create the momentum. The universe does come in with spontaneous opportunities, but at the same time, what I've realized in my own life is that you got to take that first step. First you take action, then the money comes. First you take action, then the support comes, then the help comes. I see that you're unhappy where you're at. You really want to move forward. You really like doing art and in visual arts and drawing and creating and graphic design really does make you happy. And so I really see this as your talent, as your gift while you're here. And there's so many people you can bless with this. You're actually a healer. if you're an artist, you're also a healer, and your images and what you create, even if it's like super dark in a way, opens people up to, you know, different sides of themselves and makes an impression on them. And the fact, you know, I've worked with graphic designers, you know, to create magazines in the past and to help me with my website. And, you know, I've worked with them for different projects, and it's really beautiful, the gift that they have of being able to bring together this concept. And it's beautiful. Like you're manifesting concepts down into the 3D. So you're a very powerful healer. And I think you need to start seeing yourself as a powerful healer. You know, that what you're doing is actually a healing art, that it's helping people, you know, create their brands and move forward with their life. You're giving people a valuable gift, a very valuable gift. So start seeing yourself as valuable. And this isn't going to happen overnight, you know, but, you know, maybe start looking at what you do as a little bit different. This is talking about you being really bored and just kind of like blah, you know, and there being so much inspiration and so much abundance. You need to draw every day, even if it's just a little doodle, you know, keep your juices flowing. You know, if you need a day off and you just want to relax and take a break and do nothing and watch Netflix and eat food, cool, do that. But, you know, limit that to like 1 day a week, 2 days a week, and work your ass off the other days. And, you know, give yourself breaks, and remember you're a human, and, you know, you don't have to struggle, you don't have to fight, but I really see it's time for you to hustle. And so I would encourage you to follow on Instagram, Gary V, GaryVee. He'll help you hustle. Just follow his channel. He's all about business. He's all about doing what you love. He's all about doubling down on your talents and gifts and your strengths. And if you follow his Instagram, he pops up on your feed. He'll motivate you, and he'll help you, you know, work every day. And that's what you need to do. You need to work every day. The universe really does want to be generous with you. It really does want to give you, but you need to give as well. You know, and so I think that's what you need to do. You need to be generous. This is about you offering your gifts to artists and to creative people, so that you can collaborate and so that you can, you know, get your foot in the door. If you're not already living in some major city, you might need to move somewhere where like there's more of a scene, where there's more artists and creatives and people that need graphic design, you know. Hanging out with, just trying to make friends with artists and other people. Like a lot of the jobs that I get are through my friends and through people I've met and through like people I hang out with, funny enough. You know, there are big companies that hire me sometimes, but a lot of my jobs come through my friends. So you need to, you know, make more friends, people who are musicians and, you know, different kinds of artists. And I see that opening doors for you. Because, you know, you're thinking, oh, these big companies got to hire me, but some people just have it different in their mind about, you know, what it is, how it is that you're actually going to make money. So they're saying, open your mind to how you can make money, and you start offering your gifts and the money's going to come. So this is a huge message for you. If you take anything away from this reading, you need to keep working on your portfolio. You need to, find ways to DM artists, slide into people's DMs, ask them, hey, I noticed you don't have a logo. Like, how about we trade services? You know, maybe there's someone who sells soap and you need some soap, and you can tell them, hey, if you need a logo, here's my portfolio, let me know, and I'll do it for soap, or I'll do it in exchange for some of your products. So you don't have to, like, you know, do free work. You could just like work for swag for a while. That's what I did. I worked for clothes. I was like, hey, give me some clothes, and I'll do stuff for free for you. And so, you know, I always tell people, use your gifts to get what you want. Maybe right now you can just start bartering, and then maybe you'll start developing a clientele. Maybe 3 years later, that company blows up because of the graphic design you did for them. They come back to you and they want to redesign, and there you got a client, you know? That's what happened to me a lot. I offered my services for free to so many people, and everyone thought I was crazy. And then, you know, these companies get bigger. They did better because of the work I did for them. And then they come back with money and they want more. And then you can negotiate. So this is about you getting out there and making friends. And I feel like as an artist, a lot of us are very introverted. A lot of us, you know, the graphic designers are the people sitting at the back of the class kind of doodling and like not really talking to anybody and just kind of antisocial sometimes. But realize that other artists are also weird and are also antisocial and also have social anxiety, myself included. So you're safe with these people. You're safe with other artists. Maybe that's who you can start working with and collaborating with trying to get money from and trying to get, you know, barter and whatever. You know, and you got to let go of the money. In order for money to come, you have to let it go. And that was the thing with me. As soon as I just let go of money, the money came. And it's weird how that works. But, you know, I finally just quit my day job and just started working on Rainbow Harmony, started doing stuff, started doing my fashion, and bam, the money came. Like, you're going to have to really put a lot out there. You know, that's what this is talking about, you know, giving and not worrying about what you receive in return. Do it for the passion, do it for the art, you know. That's what I did with my fashion styling business. I just love doing it. Like, I just can't stop, you know, even if you pay me or not, you know. And so that's why the money comes. It comes because I'm just doing it and I love it. And so don't worry about it. You got to let it go and know it's going to flow eventually. And, you know, this is pointing up here, telling you really need to focus on your empowerment. So, you know what? I'm going to go get the Wildwood book and read this to you. And then at the end of this, I'll do a money prayer for you. I'll do like a prayer for you to find like the right people to work with, and that these people will be sent into your life. Because a lot of times when you pray, when you visualize, you set goals, the answer comes through other people. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna read this to you. It's gonna be deep. The mastery of any skill or discipline enables empowerment for clear and decisive mental processes, and the arrows of one's desires and wishes can be loosened at destiny with positive effect. The time of self-empowerment by seizing the initiative is here. By channeling primal, fertile, and protective energies, the individual can evolve a grounded and assertive mindset and utilize this for effective growth and change. This is true not only for the individual, but also for society. It is the meaning of achieving one's destiny as a matter of choice, not chance. So it's time for you to step up, you know? The act of observing the particle changes the particle, and this raw dynamic life force can be focused and deployed to influence situations in the practical world. Empowerment enables the individual to overcome negative self-images or destructive emotional addictions and increases confidence by overcoming stigma or social handicaps. Empowerment is the key to the attainment of one's destiny and the feeling of spiritual fulfillment through a proactive and positive attitude to life. By facing and defeating our greatest fears, we empower ourselves and grow more resilient and effective against adversity. This leads to your belief that you're no longer simply powerless. The empowered individual ultimately has the capability to influence and affect the outcome of events and change perceptions. So you can change your life. You know, the universe is going to help you. The universe is here for you. I do see you leaving difficult times behind. I do see money coming. And eventually I see you working on your empowerment and developing self-respect for yourself. And how are you going to do that? By making your artwork. By getting out there, by collaborating with artists, by facing your fears. Social anxiety is coming up for you. By facing your fears, you're gonna have to collaborate with people and get yourself out there a little bit. You know, make friends in order to maybe even move somewhere in order to, you know, you can work remotely. But yeah, in order to make this happen. So I'm really proud of you. I just want you to say that. Like, I already see how hard you've worked. I mean, I think it's such an accomplishment that you've finished school. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting so many cards about you need to start now. Like, shut this video off afterwards and, like, draw right away. And tell yourself that, like, I'm gonna do this, you know? Like, I got this. Like, I'm on my way. There will be signs coming to you. Maybe look out for, when you're driving around, look at different advertisements and different buildings and different signs, and you might see messages that stand out to you. There is an opportunity. There are opportunities coming for you. I like in your future, like already set on your path. So just know that like there's opportunities out there for you. You know, you're worried. There's a lot of grief because it's such a huge transition when you go from like basically you've been in school all your life and now you're on your own and you're just like, whoa. And so they're saying grieve, grieve the system, grieve like everything that happened to you and like free your mind, If you are a light worker, I don't know if you want to Google that. It's like a concept, but you might resonate with it. Light worker, someone who's here to help and make change. And you do it through your beautiful artwork and through giving people that beautiful gift. This is saying that the synthesis card is talking about how you, for real, need to collaborate and need to work and need to create jobs for yourself and create projects for yourself. You might even have to create some kind of graphic design project and put it out there. This is about using social media. This is about using Instagram. This is about using, not just LinkedIn, but getting your work out there. And also finding a lot of other artists to follow and to comment on their stuff and to develop relationships. And they're saying allow patience, because remember how I told you I had to freelance for 10 years? I don't see that for you at all. I honestly think within 2 years you're going to start making good money. But, you need to have patience to allow the natural process of this to flow. And you can't force this little flower bud to blossom and bloom and grow when it's not ready. And so, see yourself as this tiny little rosebud. You need to take good care of it and just allow it to unfold. And this is about balance. The more balance I find within myself, the more money I make, the more peace I have, the more awesomeness is attracted to me. So, it's worth it to maybe develop a yoga practice or a meditation or chakra clearing or, get some crystals or just whatever's calling to you to help you balance. Honestly, start with food. I really see food coming up for you. You don't have a lot of the energy to work and you feel depressed and lethargic because of the food you're eating. So, talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor, but obviously drinking lots of water and eating more greens and more vegetables is going to help anyone. And they're saying, follow your truth. Your truth is, this is who you are. Like, you already know who you are. You're flowing into this. It's a beautiful path you're on. It's just a matter of patience. Yep, flow, go with the flow. This is about healing yourself. Like healing, and because your self-image, your inner critic is so, because I think in school they're very hard on you, and so you graduate school feeling like you're not good enough sometimes, and like you're not going to measure up, you're not going to make the cut. It's all like a competition, who has the best grade or whatever. And you need to realize you're only in competition with yourself. Even if there's a bajillion other graphic designers out there, you're not in competition with them for jobs. Your jobs are your jobs. Their jobs are their jobs. There's stuff that's for you, just like there's stuff for them. This tree grows over here and gets its own nutrients and soil, and then this tree grows over here. They're not in competition with each other. They grow together. And that's how you need to start seeing yourself as like a part of womankind. And I've been reading a lot of like books from the 70s lately, so they're kind of like anti-feminist, and I feel so awful I just said that. Anyways, you need to start seeing yourself as a part of the world and as part of the collective. And I definitely see you needing to heal this side of yourself. Maybe I was thinking about mankind because I'm just thinking about the patriarchy, the system. But, as an artist, you're kind of living a non-traditional life. You don't have to be a part of the system. You don't have to function within the system. This isn't about making your resume good enough to be part of something. This is about you developing relationships with people, offering your services, being generous, like asking yourself, how can I give? How can I use my gifts and talents to bless others? And what makes me happy? Because I know it makes you happy when people are thankful for your design and when they're able to use it and benefit from it. And as they get abundance from it, so will you. It's all energy. It's like karma. So I really see you have an extraordinary purpose here, and you need to start seeing yourself as very important. My graphic designers that I've worked with have literally been like the most important part of my projects. And, you know, I used to be an editor-in-chief of a fashion magazine, and the graphic designer was the person that put the whole thing together, and it was just beautiful. So, yeah, maybe even look into the fashion world and see if anybody out there, you know, needs help putting something together. And, you know, don't be afraid to take on big projects. You know, maybe putting together like an indie magazine or something can be good for your work. It just depends what kind of work you're doing, but there's so many ways, you know. Yeah, I just see so many ideas for you. You could help people create card decks very soon. They're saying, don't worry, very soon there's going to be opportunities, maybe someone coming into your life to help you, people you can collaborate with. Move forward with enthusiasm. Be excited. Don't feel like everything's falling apart and your whole life is failing. You know, school gives you that illusion that like you're working towards something, and you were, but now you got to create your own projects. You got to create your own momentum. You got to create your own life. And so you're the master creator. The angels are here. You know, you can pray. It helps to find someone to pray to. And yeah, so speaking of prayer, I'm going to go ahead and do a healing prayer for you that you will be connected with the right people. And real quick though, let's pull your spiritual gift. Oh, I pulled the aura reading card. Called it. Damn, you guys, did you see that? I'm so psychic. I like know what cards I'm going to pull before I pull them. So you got the aura reading card. You know, you do have the ability to see energy. You're very sensitive to light and colors, and this is usually combined with empathy. So definitely look into, you know, being an empath. Take a screenshot of this because our time is up now. Sorry if you can't read my handwriting, but this is you also. You know, you do have the ability to feel other people's emotions, very empathetic, intuitive. So obviously you're an artist, you're intuitive. But yeah, we talked about this. You're sensitive to light and colors, and this is the aura readings. This is what you're using, the spiritual gifts that you're using when you create your artwork. So look into that a little bit. It'll be fun. Called it. But yeah, let's do this prayer for you. Dear God, angels, spirit guides, higher self, Holy Spirit, and ancestors, and or your deity. And if you don't like to pray, you can simply think of this as intention setting. Please clear, shield, and protect us from all lower negative and unwanted energies and entities and anything that isn't of God. Ground us to the earth so that we can truly experience the joy and the bliss that is present in this moment. Please help this person and everybody who's watching and myself, to attract the right kind of people into our life that will help us to move forward with our opportunities, help bring clients into our life, and you know, people we can partner with. Please help inspire us on what projects we're supposed to move forward with and how we're supposed to use our talents and gifts. Help us know the right steps so that we can move forward and create momentum towards what we want. Help us to know that as we continue to stay dedicated to our artwork, and as we create projects for ourselves, and as we collaborate with other artists, help us to know that all of this is positive, helpful energy that we're putting out there, and help us to remember that this energy comes back to us 1,000-fold. We don't give to get. But as we open our hearts to bless others, we know that we are blessed in return, and we're thankful for that. So, you know, send all the money our way. Send all the guidance, all the help, all the support. Help us to listen to ourselves. Help us to stay away from unhealthy habits and addictions and things that just pull us away from being who we are. And help us to empower ourselves and to know that we're worthy and that we're powerful and that we all have an extraordinary purpose here. Thank you, amen, and so it is.